So I was just first hoping you could talk about Levon Coleman, the job that he did over the last quarter and a half of that game in Hawaii, and what you saw from him.
Levon is a good player. I think he, is one of those guys who appears to get stronger as the game goes along. Really focused guy, attention to detail. I think he's really a tough runner. One of those guys who, has that killer instinct at the running back position. Excited for what he did at the end of the game. Think he was able to, make some things happen while, keeping the chains moving with some tough physical runs.
Was there anything you noticed about him watching the film after the game that you didn't see during?
Not really. I think, all the stuff that he did in the game is stuff we've seen him do at practice. I think, it's good to see that, he can come in there and kind of take charge, and the game's not too big for him. He knew exactly, he knew his assignments exactly. Just like all these guys had a couple things we need to clean up as we move forward going into this week.
He had that one play where he fumbled, and then Jeff quickly jumped on that.
Right.
What do you tell a guy about a play like that where it could have been bad, but it wasn't?
It's still on our grade sheet. It ends up being a negative play for us because as running backs, you got to hold on to the ball. Ball security is one of our number one fundamentals. You definitely go back to the drawing board and keep reamping up our focus on ball security, which we've been doing last week and we're doing this week again. I think keep talking about some of our core fundamentals when it comes to ball security and move from there.
And Dwayne was a guy who had a couple of fumbling issues early last season and then kind of was able to overcome those as the season goes on. Is that something where maybe you talk to Dwayne about, maybe talking to Levon about that and overcoming that?
It's really one of those things where you try to focus on, okay, what is our technique? How are we trying to hold the football? The points of pressure, keeping the ball high and tight, making sure we have constant pressure, knowing where you're at on the field, really emphasizing what we need to do when we have the ball in our hand as opposed to focusing on fumbling.
Last week it was obviously a lot of Dwayne and Levon, Jesse and Deontay with a couple carries each. Is that kind of the way you anticipate splitting the carries again this week, or is it still up in the air?
It's kind of still up in the air. I think I'm excited about how the group is coming along. I think, as we finish out the week of this practice, we'll see kind of what we're thinking going into Saturday.
And just lastly, how excited are you to coach here for the first time?
It's going to be exciting. Everybody keeps saying it's nothing like it, so I'm excited, and I know the Husky fans will be out here rooting for us.